Because of a worldwide surge in Satanism and possessions, the Pope recently held a closed-door summit at the Vatican focused on exorcisms. Concern among Catholics is growing, with stats like the number of people in the US identifying as Wiccans. This is a spiritual sect of people who consider themselves basically witches and have satanic-type practices. In 1990, that number was 8,000. That number today is somewhere between 800,000 and 1.5 million. That's more than 100x in 30 years. At the summit, exorcists highlighted, quote, a painful and increasingly widespread situation of people affected by what they described as the, quote, extraordinary action of the devil through involvement in occult sects and esotericism and Satanism. Priests are saying that they're flooded with requests for exorcists, admitting that many of the cases are mental health issues, but that some of them could be legitimate demon possession. I mean, when you think of what the country looked like 50 years ago and compare it to what some parts of the country look like today, like in this video of Philadelphia, a whole neighborhood, Kensington, is full of basically possessed people, gripped by absolute evil. Pharmacy created evil. Is this the devil or just chemicals? But either way, evil is evil. Do you actually believe in demonic possession? Or good and evil for that matter? I mean, it's pretty obvious that some people who have a clear conscience and a lot of love and peace in their lives, kind of have a glow, versus people who have none of those things. People who are carrying a heavy load of guilt and shame. And of course, people who are suffering terribly from addictions, like drugs, gambling, and pornography. Can exorcism help with any of these? If so, then I'm all for it. Congress is now probing the disappearances and suspicious deaths of at least 8 scientists tied to advanced space, gravity, and energy research. This includes retired Major General William Neil McCaslin, who recently went missing in February of this year from Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, a site long linked to UFO activity. These incidents, spanning about 8 months, include rocket scientist Monica Reza, who mysteriously disappeared while hiking in June of last year, and an MIT researcher on potential UFO tech. Could these disappearances be linked to our adversaries suppressing important scientific innovation? Or could certain entities be guarding cutting-edge propulsion systems? It's good that Congress is looking into this, but all too often this type of thing releases a bunch of steam and leads absolutely nowhere. What if the technology for instant travel and infinite energy has already been discovered, but it's being blocked and guarded by the powers that be that make trillions of dollars off of our dependence to them? The good news is that world-changing technology is potentially already discovered and could just appear in our lives one day. Forget the cost of gas and oil. Hopefully what's coming will make that look like cavemen banging on stones with sticks. Astronomers are reporting there's been a surge in large fireball events worldwide, and that it warrants further investigation, with more than a dozen coming from the same place in space. So far this year, there's already been 14 events with more than 100 witnesses. Most of them all seem to be coming from what's called the Enthelian Radiant. That's the area of the sky directly opposite the sun from the Earth's perspective. It's essentially the anti-solar point. But does the fact that the American Meteor Society said that, quote, it warrants serious investigation, end quote, suggest something bigger is going on? Some people are suggesting that this could be debris of something much larger breaking up, or something that's headed this way, suggesting these are early fragments of a massive asteroid entering the solar system. This is also occurring as interstellar objects like 3I Atlas entered and exited our solar system. Some people are suggesting that the Earth is just now passing through what could be a debris field left by the object. Or if you're an extremely advanced alien civilization trying to enter Earth's atmosphere, wouldn't you mask your craft as an asteroidal fireball in the sky? If there is something massive and incredibly destructive heading this way, and if they know about it, I wish they would just tell us. And let's send up Bruce Willis. Do you feel comfortable getting surgery while this is happening? This video's been making the rounds again. It first went viral in 2018, showing Dr. Wendell Davis Boot, an Atlanta-based dermatologist and plastic surgeon, dancing while an anesthetized patient is having open butt surgery on the table. Granted, we get it. Maybe she thought it was a clever marketing move to show how fun it is to get a Brazilian butt lift. She'd even rap along, with instruments in hand, making incisions and leaning over people who were fully exposed and anesthetized. However fun to make, a successful marketing campaign it was not, with the Georgia Composite Medical Board suspending her license and essentially ending her career. After that, dozens of patients surfaced with malpractice lawsuits, claiming botched procedures, disfigurement, infections, lopsided results, and worse. One case involved a patient who reportedly suffered brain damage and eventually died from complications. She rebutted, pun intended, by saying that the patients consented to being filmed and had no issue with it at the time. Personally, I can't wait till robots take over this entire profession. Then I'll be able to safely get the booty I've always dreamed of having. Here's a good example of a game we could play called Whose Side Are You On? This is a DJ live streaming a musical set in this serene and peaceful nature environment. He's then physically accosted by this French woman.
Why you put the music?
What the f?
Granted, the woman was maybe smoking crack in the bushes and got upset with the disturbance. But if you heard this type of music at 6 in the morning, when you're used to hearing nature sounds and birds singing, wouldn't you act the same way? Okay, maybe you wouldn't tase the guy, but maybe you should. So personally, I sympathize more with the lady with the taser. I think more DJs should be tased. What do you think?